am shooting for audible, but not annoying. Are we good up in the front?
We're good.
Appreciate that, guys. We're gonna be together about half an hour. The only thing I do ask, I got 3 rules. Stay seated so I don't lose you on a bridge. If I do see smoking or vaping, I just assume that you're all on fire. And lastly, I do have life jackets, but I haven't needed them yet. Everybody good with the rules? My name is MZ, and I appreciate you asking. I am not making this up. It's EMZY. It was the 70s. I have one younger brother. It really is my name. I have one younger brother. His name is Mike. He's so proud, obviously. M-I-K. And 3 questions I get all day. Is this a real river? How deep is it? And how many people fall in every year? San Antonio River starts from Springs 3 miles north of us. It ends up in the Gulf about 200 miles away. If y'all do fall in down here, stand up. You're gonna be alright. We average 300 people a year. It happens all the time. Most of it between 3 to 5 feet deep. Alright, I got a slight favor to ask. If you're sitting like this, looking to the right, just briefly spin for me, and I want y'all to look to the left. And when you cross the bridge, I want you to look straight up to the left. Now.
Hey, you hold it. What happened? I just saw that.
That was a hospital in 1930 called the Knicks. That was an active hospital until 5 years ago. And one of the funniest women in American history, Carol Burnett, born in the Knicks. She's still working at night. Which is awesome. Feel free to say hi to the alcoholics. Obviously got lots of live music choices, but the bar in front of us is one of my favorites. It's a country or a jazz bar. They either have one of the 2 out here. It's called On the Bend. There's usually somebody out here on the patio until 1 a.m. every night.
On the bend.
It's
Isn't
beautiful.
that the same one that we were at?
No more going to bed.
Oh, okay. Where's the live music? They said there was live music, but there wasn't any last night.
I am going to thank y'all, because the way I see it, you paid for my office. You just didn't know it. So, thank you very much. The Riverwalk was built by the U.S. government, which means we're all still paying for this. But 1939 to 1941, part of the New Deal, trying to keep people working during the Depression. Total budget, are y'all ready for this? To build the original 3.2 miles cost $430,000. Are you kidding me? The return on investment to this city is in a billion. That's a great question, man. It's complicated because it's a city park. The city actually charges rent on the sidewalks, so their revenue streams out here are pretty limited. They get 51% off of every dollar we make, if not higher. And then obviously the rents on the sidewalks. But they do all the park police, all the planning, all the landscaping. They do an amazing job out here. It's a good question. And if y'all do remember one thing from all the yammering I do, I hope it's the architect. Robert Hugman. He dreamed all of this up in 1929. when he was 27. And if y'all look to our right, there's a building beside us. It's got a rounded balcony. Well, you'll see architect and Huckman's name on the edge of the patio. First thing he did was put his offices here in 1941 on the river level. And ladies, y'all would have loved Robert Huckman. Can I tell you why? Have y'all noticed that the sidewalks have patterns on them? Like stars, squares, stuff like that. He not only designed every pattern, he built prototypes of every one of them. Brought his wife out here in different types and heels to make sure that she don't fall off. He was a big reason why the oldest restaurant on the Riverwalk is on our right. Casa Rio, opened in 1946, and they are still founding family owned and operated. That's impressive all these years later. I'm sorry?
How come there's no competition?
For what? The restaurants? That's a good question too. It's a city contract. So 51 cents going off at every dollar. You can see why it's pretty lucrative for them. And I don't make a big deal out of this. We're turning here. Everything in front of us is man-made. This was all added in 1968 for the World's Fair that San Antonio hosted Hemisphere. I have never seen a river naturally turn around in a shopping mall. There's your first clue. 4 feet deep concrete.
They're trying to get companies, hotel companies from other states to come here and visit. But all of them said no. They said you can't.
What happened to the rowdy credit union?
Are any of you guys first-time visitors to the city? I'm going to throw y'all a little curveball here. Most people that come here for the first time, they expect Spanish and Mexican influence, obviously. But, surprise, surprise.
German.
Most common language in this city for 50 years?
German.
1840s on. And if you drive South Texas, towns like Fredericksburg, Pflugerville, Bernie, New Braunfels, Luckenbach, Sisterdale, they're down here. German, Czech, Polish, and Alsatians were huge in South Texas. And we still have a church downtown that holds their mass in German. It's called St. Joseph's. 1868, and they have a men's choir called the Leader Club. They come in on the 4th Sunday of every month and sing the mass in German. And if y'all look to my left, you'll see the steeple for St. Joseph's beside us here.
That's where the guy said
Y'all
he's
like
going.
the best example
That's the one I
of
wanted
urban
to go to.
influence in South Texas that most people don't think about. Have any of y'all been to Mexico?
Yeah.
Y'all can help me out for a second if you don't mind. If you go to Mexico and you order tortillas, what's more common, flour or corn?
Corn.
It's a staple of the diet, corn, right? You come to South Texas, you order tortillas. What do you get here?
Flour.
You can get either or, obviously, but flour is more common. And part of the reason was the Germans. When they got to Texas, they loved Mexican food, but if you go to Germany, they fed corn to pigs. And that was an insult, and they demanded flour. And if y'all don't believe me, look at me for a second. It's flour, tortillas, and Shiner Bock. Look how most food guys that happens.
Is this gas or electric?
Up in front of us, you're going to find the Stargazer sitting on the ledge up in front of the moon. And it's about 5 years ago now, an artist named Pedro Reyes out of Mexico City built out of volcanic rock.
Hello? Is this gas or electric?
Electric at this point.
I figured.
Yeah, it's good one.
You have gas too?
We used to run on natural gas back in
Oh,
the
that was
day.
close, by the way.
Yeah, we've been on electric for about 6 years now. I miss the CNG. It's a mess, man. All right, take a look in front of us, and on the right-hand side, you'll find the Tower of the Americas, or Hemisphere Tower. Restaurant and a bar. Restaurant rotates. Thank God the bar does not. It is stationary. 87 feet taller than the Space Needle in Seattle. We have issues in Texas. We stuck the antenna on top to take their height record. Served from 1961 until 1999.
That's what I was thinking.
While most of this area is relatively new, there is an exception. If y'all take a look to our left, you're going to find a huge mosaic. It's titled The Confluence of Civilizations. And as busy as this is, if you start in the middle of it, it makes sense. The child is the future of Texas and San Antonio. His father representing the Europeans, his mother representing the native and indigenous cultures. What's really impressive, not a drop of paint on that wall. You're looking at 400,000 rocks. Wow. The only thing that's not a stone is the blue, which you can tell is a tile. Built by one man, Juan O'Gorman, in 184 days.
You say that.
And if you're a fan of Frida or Diego Rivera's, he helped design their famous blue house that they lived in Mexico City.
Alright guys, can you all hear me off mic for a second?
What?
Yes.
I'm gonna do this real quick off mic because we're about to go way, way off script.
Oh,
But I
here's
got
why I
a
wrote
quick
the
question
tape.
for y'all. Have any of y'all noticed that despite of all the heat and the humidity, that there are no bugs?
Yes. Yes. The nose there.
Can we talk about this?
Yes.
We don't spray for them down here. We don't do anything. We are blessed. 21 miles northeast of downtown is a cave. It's called Bracken Cave, and inside of it are Mexican free-tailed bats. I am talking 20 to 40 million bats. There are so many animals, when they come out, they show up on weather radars as ground clutter. Would y'all like to see what they look like for a second?
No. Yes. No.
Take a look back at me if you can deal with this level of narcissism. This is what they look like individually. But when I told y'all they show up on weather radars as ground clutter,
Yeah. Wow.
and can I get really nerdy with the history for a second? If you know anything about the U.S. Civil War, the first thing the United States did was they blockaded every southern port. Well, they were running out of everything down here quickly. And not surprising, the first thing they ran low on, gunpowder. What did they do? They went to Bracken Cave. That guano from eating all those insects is like pure nitrates. You add charcoal and you screen filter it, and it would fire a black powder weapon. And ladies, you're not gonna like this. Do y'all know what else they do with that stuff? Mascara. And the next time you stand in front of a mirror to bat your lashes, I bet you'll think about me. Because that's where that expression comes from.
Bat your lashes.
Did any of y'all watch Dirty Jobs back in the day on Discovery Channel?
Mike Rowe.
Mike Rowe went into our cave, one of the last seasons on that show. I'll do you one better. Go to YouTube, search Bracken Cave. There's a live camera feed. You can actually watch these animals coming and going in real time. And if you've been here and noticed a squeaking noise from the bridges, kind of like a noise, that's what you've heard, are those bats. You guys want one more little tidbit about these things?
Yes.
They migrate up here every year to give birth. I'll skip the social commentary on this, but when the females give birth, they kick all the male bats out of the cave. They do this so that they have room to teach the pups how to fly without predators getting to them. And when that happens, the males move into what they call bachelor colonies. And they get really active under the bridges, the parking garages, and the highways around downtown. It starts in about 2 to 3 weeks. It's awesome, man. If I could figure out how to catch these animals, I'd sell them on the internet and retire. They're awesome.
Building, how many floors?
Tallest building in the city? That's an excellent question. I think 32 stories now, the IBC Center. I'm going to show you one of my favorites in a couple minutes. It's about 23 stories. And since I did let y'all in on one dirty secret with the bats, I'm going to let you in on
Take your hat off.
the river is dead. The springs that feed this thing naturally are bone dry. With our growth rate and our summers, this is no longer sustainable. Tunnels underneath the city. 80% of this water is gray water. It is treated and reused. The tunnels allow us to float it, capture 80% of it, pump that upstream, and then float it again like a closed loop all day long. And that should give you all incentive to not fall in. I do have a coworker that fishes every single shift. I am not kidding y'all. I have seen Nick. He'll eat for half his lunch and then kill the other half the hour by fishing. I've seen him pull bass, Picostomus, perch, and gar. I wouldn't eat any of it, but it's definitely out here. And when I told y'all that it is, most of it, recycled water, I'm going to try to prove it. There's a water fountain on our left. And all you have to do is look at this water fountain as we float by. You'll notice that the water tends to suds up or foam, almost like it's got soap or detergent in it. That's a dead giveaway that most of it's recycled now.
That's mostly 90-10 guys versus girls.
All right, one more time, I'm definitely.
90-10 guys versus girls falling.
Oh, it's mostly guys. Although I have seen some women act a fool out here too over the years. I used to produce all the parades and special events that we do, and believe me, I have seen everything on this river. You know who Steve-O is from Jackass? That moron did a backflip out here off the highest bridge out here one year. I've seen a lot, man. And the red-orange sculpture on our right is called the Torch of Friendship. It was a gift from Mexico to symbolize a trade relationship. And I am shocked every day that they haven't asked for it back yet. What a mess.
How come we don't have lights on the bottom?
Lights on the bottom of the boats?
Yeah, like around the...
Yeah, they're all LED. That's just a thing we've done for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, so yours are out?
Oh, damn, they haven't turned off here, man. Sorry. There you go. How's that better?
Yeah!
Now you get the full effect.
You're welcome.
I like you guys. Y'all are easily impressed, man. I appreciate that. All right. In all seriousness, are any of y'all staying in the Hilton out here?
Yes.
Are you really? Has anybody told you how your hotel was built? Allow me. It's in front of us. And when you look up at that Hilton, you notice how the rooms kind of look like boxes. They are.
It's modular.
Oh, yeah, that's
That Hilton in front of us was built in 1968 in 202 consecutive working days. You're talking a 500-room hotel completed in 7.5 months. They have been building I-35 in this state my entire life. 7.5 months is insanely fast. The secret is that none of the rooms were built here. Every room on this was prefabricated and modular. They built them 8 miles south of us, trucked them in, picked them up on cranes, and stacked them like Lego blocks.
That is awesome.
I'll be honest with you, if you go on a cruise ship, they're all built like this. But if you go to Vegas, they do it all the time as well. What is unique about the Hilton is they brought these rooms in furnished. I am talking beds, I am talking sheets on the beds. It opened 3 days before the World's Fair in '68. It had to be built like that. And if y'all appreciated the bat photograph, you want proof on this one as well? Take a look back at me. You can see the rooms as they lowered them in. And if you're not impressed by this photo, take a look at this one. This is the last room being installed with the contractor on the opening. I'm not kidding. Yeah, basically. The good news is you're not going to hear your neighbors in their box because everything's concrete, obviously. So there are some perks, man. And did any of y'all see Miss Congeniality?
Yes, I love that movie.
All right, take a look to the right then. You may recognize the stage. This is called the Arneson River Theater. Seats on our left, stage on our right. In the scene where Sandra Bullock came out, she said she wanted tougher penalties on parole violators, was all filmed on the right. And the seats don't look like it, but they're grass-covered benches. Seats about 1,000 very skinny people, obviously.
You okay?
Yep, sorry.
No, you're
Allergies
good.
every
Need some
year.
water?
I appreciate it. You guys are looking
You can step in if you need it.
Just got
either that or rooting against me. Most of the trees in front of us are cypress, bald cypress. We average about 150 years old on the trees, but we hang 189,000 Christmas lights out of them every year. Turn them on the day after Thanksgiving on Black Friday. And if y'all like the photographs, I'll show you what that looks like as well. Take a look back, and it looks like this. And what most people don't think about, they can't use cherry pickers to install them because of the river. It is 6 arborists. It takes them about 2.5 to 3 months up, 3 months down every single year.
I want to come there just for that.
Be much nicer.
And this bridge that we're approaching, built in 1891, tells you how old the river is.
Why don't they just leave that on?
Oh, it's expensive. They're on from dusk till dawn every morning.
Or just like leave the bulbs on.
So you asked the right tour guide. I used to produce all the special events and parades that we do. I had to restring every one of those damn Christmas lights every year. And if you look back, you would think I would be skinnier for 190,000 toe touches every year. It is brutal, man. I don't put up a tree at home. I don't put up Christmas lights. I'm over it for life.
Is that a real duck? Or is it a statue of a duck?
It is a lot of work, man.
No.
And the reason I'm kind of hovering here for a second, if y'all look to my right, you're going to notice a very small island. Well, this island is naturally shaped like a heart. It is shaped like that because of the roots on the cypress tree. And because of the shape, people think it brings good luck to be married on it. We average a wedding a day on this island. It happens all the time.
Most people are stupid.
Remember when you asked me if the boats were electric?
Missing a leg.
This is why I would prefer natural gas. I got something stuck on our propeller, I think.
Oh, no.
Give me just a second to deal with
You're
this.
fine.
You going under?
Oh no, don't say that. You need a snorkel?
I can take control.
Yeah.
I've been in this river, you don't want to get in.
Oh, Josh.
We can still tell the story.
How we lost our boat captain.
We can't. But we can tell the funny story.
No, we're not.
I just say it's short.
All right. Favorite building in the entire city is on our left. And that is the building with the American flag on the top, called the Tower Life. It opened in 1929 as an office building. And if y'all look on the very top, y'all see those gargoyles that are hanging off to the sides?
Yeah.
175 pounds apiece, and they're hollow. I don't want to make this English class on a boat ride at night, but the root word of the word gargoyle is to gargle. If they're not hollow, they're not gargoyles, they're statues. And I got one more. You're gonna like this. Look on the bottom of the building. Look right above the treetops. And there are grotesque faces. Look right above the archways.
Oh yeah.
The reason it's like this, the men building it, superstitious. They were trying to scare off bad luck. It didn't work. Trying to scare off bad luck. But they opened it 5 months before the stock market crashed in 29.
Oh my goodness.
They lost everything in the Great Depression. And because y'all are my last boat of the night, which by default makes you my favorite boat of the night.
I got another weird question for y'all.
We doing a 360?
Anybody like root beer?
Yes.
No.
Not really.
If you don't know where root beer comes from, it comes from a plant called sarsaparilla or sassafras. If you notice, I am kind of hovering by this plant behind me back here. This plant is not sarsaparilla, but it is very closely related. It is called a Hoya Santa. Well, you notice I picked up this big white shoot, right? If you leave these alone, they turn into big white flowers, but not many of them make it around here with me, because I like to break them in half, and I want y'all to smell the inside of it, and it will smell like root beer as you smell it and pass it around. Yeah? Also smells like black licorice or star of anise a little bit.
And as it's making its way up to you guys in the front, I would love for y'all to look behind me. If y'all look back at the tower from here, it is also designed to look like a ship. It's sailing towards you. Can you see it? The bow and the tower is the mast. And when the bombs fell on Pearl Harbor, Dwight David Eisenhower was sitting behind us in the Tower Life building. The Chief of Staff of the 3rd Army stationed here at Fort Sam Houston before the war. And if y'all like all this stuff, I'll give you one more. November 17th, 1934, Lyndon and Lady Bird Johnson married in San Antonio. They spent their wedding night on my left, which ironically is now a retirement center. And I love that somebody's granny is getting down tonight. All right, I don't make a big deal out of this. Behind me is a 22-foot drop. It is called Floodgate 5. You're not going to see a whole lot other than cables back there, but those cables are there to catch me. Because when it rains, the first thing the city does is they call us. We get 15 minutes to move 43 of us from here back to the right. Because if y'all didn't notice, when we started, everything was built right on the water level, right? That is flood controlled. This is not. High walls here for a reason. If they drop that floodgate 2 to 3 inches, it'll pull these boats backwards. It gets very hairy very quickly out here. Make sense? All right. Anybody from Houston on board? Alright. I'm not going to complain about floods, guys.
So no splash bomb falls backwards.
I'm sorry?
So no splash bomb falls backwards.
No, I hope not. I have seen these boats suck backwards. It gets pretty scary out here. You guys from Houston, The worst flood in this city's history took this tiny river on September 9th, 1921, and it crested 12 feet over these streets. Killed 50 people in one night. Happened before the flood controls. Nowhere to go but up. That's what it did.
How much rainfall do you get a year? How much rainfall do you get a year?
Typically, it's not so much hurricanes, but we do get a lot of cold fronts in the fall that stall, and we get all the moisture training in from the Gulf of Mexico, and it just pours and pours and pours. That's very typical. Most of our rain events are like early spring, early fall, we do those fronts. That's another good question. And when I showed y'all the photographs of those trees decorated, take a look in front of us. That is a 10-story tall, 380-year-old cypress. It's usually the last tree they tackle when they climb these every year.
This guy right above there.
It's like about it.
I'll look to you right now. Watch out for your sunglasses in the river.
Right above us, floodgate 3. This thing weighs 3 tons. It's like a garage door on steroids. Once it shuts, everything's forced through the flood channel. And I'm going to make a quick bar recommendation.
It's on my list.
In front of us, on the right, is the Esquire Tavern. The Esquire is the oldest bar on the Riverwalk because it opened the day after Prohibition was repealed. That tells you they shut the back door and reopened the front door. Longest wooden bar in the state of Texas, though. Just don't forget your credit cards.